Incorporating animals into schools can be a very positive thing for the students, not only educationally but socially as well. I researched the use of animals in schools and the great impact that they have on their students. Animals have been used in schools for a very long time. Their main uses in a school setting would be a classroom pet, a therapy or service animal, and an animal used for dissection purposes. According to the ADA, service animals are classified as any dog that is individually trained to do work to perform tasks for the benefit of an individual with a disability, including physical, sensory, psychiatric, intellectual, or other disability. They also classify therapy animals as animals that provide people with therapeutic contact, usually in a clinical setting, to improve their physical, social, emotional, or cognitive function. Both service animals and therapy animals are used in schools frequently. Neves.org states that, quote, each year an estimated 20 million animals, 10 million vertebrates, and 10 million invertebrates, equaling 170 or more different species, are used in the U.S. in all educations and grade levels. First, I would like to talk about the types of classroom pets and the advantages that they have on the students. Teachers have introduced classroom pets into their class for decades because of the so many positive effects that they have. PetMD.com recommends the 5 best classroom pets.
First, we have the bearded dragon, guinea pigs, rabbits, rats, and fish.
These animals are generally low maintenance and calm enough for the classroom setting. They are also friendly and safe for kids to handle. A survey was done by Pet Care Trust and the American Humane Association that found that fish were the most popular class pet. The survey also concluded that teachers use the pets as a reward for the students. The teachers also teach lessons around the pets. Results showed that the pets provided a calm, relaxing relief for the students, which was especially helpful for the fidgety students. Here are just some of the positive emotional benefits that the pets provided that were noted from the survey. Sympathy, empathy, and responsibility, compassion for all living things, love and care for all creatures, and character lessons such as bullying. DeMello asserts that, quote, a few studies show that contact with pets and with children develop a nurturing behavior in children, which makes them more nurturing adults in the future. She also says that animals are social lubricants, which means that being around animals helps the students in all social aspects. As you can see, there are just so many positive emotional, educational, and social effects that classroom pets have on the students, which is why all teachers should consider having them in their classrooms. Therapy and service animals can also provide great advantages to students in need. Not too long ago, in the year 1990, the American Disabilities Act was created. It gave legal rights to people with disabilities that include service animals in their requirements. Also, in 1996, National Service Dogs Programs was created for the purpose of breeding and training dogs specifically to help autistic children. There is also a program called READ where students read to therapy dogs in schools to improve their reading abilities and self-esteem. There was a study where they implemented this program in certain schools to see any positive effects in the test scores during the fall, winter, and spring semesters.
Here are the graphs displaying that there was a dramatic increase in the test scores throughout the school year with most of the students, showing that the READ program was successful. Here is also a picture of a child reading to a trained therapy dog.
Their social skills were improved, and they had a much greater interest in school. Service dogs are just as important as therapy dogs and provide services to the deaf, blind, and handicapped to make sure that they get the assistance they need while in school. Animals are also used in schools for dissection purposes, and while this purpose may be a little controversial, it is a great learning tool for students to learn anatomy and biology. According to Neves.com, it stated that the studying of animals in science education has taken place since the 1960s, and the practice of dissection still continues to serve as a prominent education tool for teaching anatomy and other life sciences. Dissections can give students a great first-hand look at the way bodies generally function and how to locate certain body parts. Virtual dissections are also a great alternative for students who don't want to do the real live dissections. Dissections in schools can have great educational advantages despite the negative views that they may have. There are also some actions that need to be taken so schools understand the importance of animals in the classrooms. First, much more research needs to be done so faculty members and teachers understand the importance of having animals in the classroom for their students. Also, programs like READ should promote themselves more so they become more prominent in the school districts. Additionally, shelter animals should be trained as therapy animals so both the animals and the students get the benefits from it. Lastly, I believe shelters should donate some of their smaller, safe animals to schools, so that way schools have an option to have class pets. This would give the shelter animals a home while also providing a great learning experience for the students. After researching this topic all semester, I truly understand how beneficial animals are to students and all the uses that they have in the school setting.